Hi there, this video is to help you get your Alesis Nitro Mesh or any other digital drum set up so that your child can play it really smoothly and easily, and for you to know that you have each part of the kit in a place that's going to help them have good technique and be able to play whatever they want to play as they continue to learn. This is important because we can actually hurt ourselves, hurt our wrists if we have to reach in an awkward direction, and also we won't be able to play as well. So yeah, we'll just talk about what tools you'll need. First of all, you're going to need mainly an Allen wrench that's going to fit your drum set. Hopefully you still have the one it came with. If you don't, they're pretty standard. Just go into the garage, try to find one. Later on, you might also need a drum key. They look different ways. If you still have one from the kit, that's good. If not, you can just order a drum key. They're pretty standard as far as I know. All right, so the first thing to know about here is that we want to get a good relationship between our kick drum pedal, our hi-hat pedal, and our snare drum. The first drum kits were just those things: kick, hat pedal, and snare. So it's kind of a triangle here. I've got the snare drum in between my legs, and it's really important to have a stool that's the right height for your child. If the stool is way too high, they're going to have a situation like this where they're kind of standing but the legs are down. So see if you can make some adjustments on the stool to get it so their legs are as close as you can get them to just a little bit above horizontal. You don't want them to be like this or totally level, just a little bit down if you can. A little bit of this is okay. I know some stools are just a little too high. So just get as close as you can to that. From there, you want to make all the adjustments on your snare drum so that it can be sitting kind of in between their knees. For really small kids, this is a little bit tough, but just kind of get them centered around the snare drum like this. There's different adjustments that you can use on the beam that holds the snare drum in place. You'll use your Allen wrench to get that set up. All right, so we got the snare set, and then the pedals are easy to move. It's good to have some carpet under your drums so that the pedals won't slide around. There's Velcro under this one, and the kick pedal has some screws with little pokey things, these little spikes that kind of dig into the carpet to keep it from moving. So kick, snare, hi-hat pedal. Once you got that, everything else kind of works around that, but this is the most important thing. You're going to notice that my pads are fairly level here. I don't have any extreme angles. Some people, they might have their toms up high and at this angle. A little bit of angle is okay, but you don't want a whole lot, because what happens if your toms are at an extreme angle, you hit it with your stick and your stick kind of rebounds back this way. A lot better to have it be able to just bounce straight up. When we get into good technique with how we hold the sticks and stuff, it's good to learn how to get a nice bounce. All right, so we've leveled out the pads, and the whole purpose of this is that all the parts are easy to reach comfortably. I don't have to reach really far for anything. Everything's within reach, and I know it looks different for me because this kit's kind of small and I'm a grown-up, but you can still bring things in pretty close in a way that they don't have to reach far. None of the cymbals should be really far out. They're kind of in a row here. They're a similar height. The crash cymbal can be a little higher. And already you're going to be doing a lot better. It's more effortless. I don't have to reach far. It's all right here. Nice and easy. And that's really most of it. So chair height, snare drum, kick, and hi-hat. Now the hi-hat cymbal, there's a lot of debate about the perfect way to have this, and I'll show you what I figured out, but this is kind of preference too. This is going to be played traditionally with the right hand on the hi-hat cymbal, and the left hand is going to hit the snare. So what happens here is these can kind of get in the way of each other a little bit. So what we like to do, have the hi-hat a little bit closer to your control box over here, and you'll be able to play kind of like this. It's also okay to be doing this So later on, once we get into more rhythms like where they're, this is called cross stick, whenever we're doing this, we're going to play around with the height of the hi-hat cymbal. We don't want them to have to reach up really high to get to it. We don't want them being like this, but we don't want it too low either, because then they can't really overlap their sticks right. So aim for just about there, kind of medium. And you're going to be in good shape.